man. It's been what the off season for you. You came with a lot of hype and injury.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about when the injury happened, when you knew you were going to have to go to surgery, and kind of how that decision for the red shirt came about?
Well, I mean, I'm just disappointed that it happened. There's nothing I can do about it. It's just, I don't question God. So, it went down how it went down, and it's just how it's gonna be.
When did you guys make the decision to have the surgery? Was it even an option at that point, or is it?
He wanted to see how bad that, like what ligament it was and everything. So they want to just check it out first before they make the decision.
And did you know about this before you transferred, or was it something that kind of came, or was it something that happened here, or something?
I mean, it happened here, so I was full go, ready to go before it happened. But
No, you kind of hit on it a little bit, but how disappointed were you when you found out you were going to do the surgery? I mean, what goes through your head when you hear something like
on
that?
a scale of 1 to 10, man, I give it like an 11. So, I mean, like I said, it is what it is, and just going to take it here from out.
Other than that, man, how's it going around campus and stuff, getting around and meeting people? It's still quite a jump from where you come from.
It was pretty hard at first because I'm on crutches and I'm not moving as fast. But as the day go by, I'm moving more smoother and I'm about to get off the crutches. And, but the campus is really fine though. I'm adjusting well.
Who you rooming with now? With Markel?
Yeah, Markel.
Markel, yeah, that's cool. How you guys getting along? I mean, you still fun?
Like always.
Moving on.
Like always, yeah. Ain't nothing changed.
All right, man. When I talked to you last time, you told me you went to American River, right?
Yes, sir.
You went there with $100 in a dream.
Oh yeah, it was like barely 200 bucks. Yeah.
What's that like now, getting in the campus, big name Division? Maybe not big name division, but Division I program, Big 12, BCS program. What's this been like adjusting to all this, considering where you came from, where you got?
Well, for junior college, I was paying $5,000 a semester, and I was there for 6. That's too much money for just one person to pay, and I was struggling there. I was on that top ramen diet. Yeah, but being here at a D1, I don't take anything for granted. We get so much we have so many things at our disposal that you have to actually try and work to fail, But with everything that we got, that everyone can be successful. Like even if it's not on the field, I know everyone's gonna leave with the degree, which Coach Wise, he's real strict on that.
Yeah, just watching you on the practice for the last few days, you look excited to be out there. You're you're more vocal, moving around a lot more than everybody. You try to bring that. Is that just natural personality, or is that just trying to help your teammates keep the energy up? Where's that coming from?
Part of it is just who I am. I'm a real happy person. Every day is a gift, so why spend it sad or mad? So I try to put a smile on. Plus I know since we're in camp, a lot of people they're like, oh man, we're in camp. I should be sleeping right now and all that. So I do it for them too. I do it for all the guys who don't have, who they might be lacking a little energy. I do it for them, just to try to get them up.
Speaking of getting them up, I saw you guys the other day. I'm sure you've probably been asked about this already, but that chant. Can you talk a little about it? What's it called? Where'd you learn it? Who talked to you about doing it? Was this something that you've been in the working for a little bit?
Yeah. I did it for another practice, and everyone was, they loved it. I didn't know that coach was gonna do that. He just called my name. I thought I was in trouble, but I went up there and did it. But it's called a haka. It's a New Zealand war chant, and they do it to intimidate their opponents. So, or it could be, a lot of teams do it for a pump up. So that's what I think. That's why coach wanted me to do that, because the energy was kind of low. So he wanted me to come, get the team up. So it felt good to do that.
Did it work?
Yeah, it worked. Everyone got up.
Cool, man. All right, to the football field. You're in a battle with Jake Love there for that linebacker position. Can you talk a little bit about where you're at right now, how you feel out there, how comfortable you are right now? It's it's a big jump from where you came from. How you adjusting right now?
Well, I'm not Right now, just like I've been telling a lot of people, Jake. He's been here before me. Obviously, he has way more experience than I do. I mean, even though I already played 2 years, I played 2 years at a junior college level, not at the D1 level. So he knows. He's been in the situation that that I'm trying to get to. So I'm looking to him for leadership. I go to him for plays. I'm constantly asking him questions because I'm trying to pick his brain because he's been here and I haven't. So I'm trying to pick things up from him.
As you said, you're still adjusting, you're still kind of getting used to things. But what do you know you bring to the table right away? Just raw talent. This is what you bring to the table.
I know I do have, even though like I'm pretty big, but I can move, and I know I bring that energy, or like what we say over here, we say the juice. Like I always try to have the juice for the team. I just feel like when I am put out there on the field, I like to stand out, and I know that I can't stand out if I keep my work that way.
I know you like to play guitar and sing, and you writing any tunes in the locker room right now?
Yep. I mean, I couldn't bring it here, but I always carry my ukulele or my guitar, with me everywhere I go. So for me, that's a big stress reliever, especially during camp when you're tired and all that stuff. In between breaks, I always go back to Naismith. I always just play, just jam out with some of the guys on the team.
Cool, and I know camp can be a grind, but you having a good time?
Yes, I am. Just to finally be here, it's perfect.
All right, Andrew, you've been came from junior college over here. You haven't been on the field. You were injured before you came here. How you feeling right now? What's your health like right now getting into camp?
I'm 100%. I'm ready to come out.
Cool, man. What's this? Are you shaking any rust off, or is it taking any time to kind of get going for you? Or?
Oh no, I ain't shaking no rust off. I'm ready.
Ready?
I'm just ready for the first game coming out.
Cool, man. You're sitting on that defensive line. How's that different? They're doing that buck position here. I mean, how's that affect you specifically? And what do you know about it based off where you came from before, and how familiar are you with
Well,
this scheme?
it's the same stuff I came out of in JUCO.
What would you say, like, if you had to say one thing that you're going to bring to the table, when you come to Kansas, I'm going to be able to do this? What is it?
Well, the only thing I can really say all that, I work hard I can to show that my team that I will work.
How's working with Coach Wyatt?
It's been good working with Coach Wyatt.
Yeah. Is it any different than where you came from the past? Like the way he approaches it, or is it similar to what you?
No, sir.
No, it's different. What about working with guys like Markel and stuff like that? Guys like that.
Well, see, coaches they depend on us, so we let the coaches put us together though. So we don't say nothing about each other though. Our coaches say what they want to say about us.
What's it like being in this program, coming from JUCO up to all this? I mean, it's got to be different, right?
Yeah, got more fans and more people watching me than where I came out of.
Do you enjoy that? You like, people come up and talk to you and say stuff to you? I mean, do you like that, or you have more kind of a quiet, reserved thing?
Well, I was quiet, really. Yeah.
You get loud on the football field? Well, I know a lot of guys like that. Be quiet when you talk to them. They get on the field and start chirping a lot. I mean, you one of those guys, or you just kind of lead by example?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Things kind of got moving pretty quick with you,
Yeah.
About 6 months ago, you were still planning on starting the season in JUCO, and then here you are at Kansas. Man, what's this been like the last couple months?
It's been different. It's been very good. I'm excited because, like you said, I should still be in junior college right now, but I'm here.
What's that transition been like for you? And I know a lot of JUCO programs have some really good programs, BCS type program. What's that been like? Just to change the scenery.
It's very much different just being in a facility like this, coming from junior college. It's still unbelievable that I can just walk through here and go into my locker room and stuff like that. It's very different.
Last time I talked to you, you said you like to eat a lot, looking forward to the barbecue, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But did Coach Hallstoppel shake any of that out of your mind?
Kind of, but not really. He's been working with me trying to get into shape, and I think that is something I have to hold off on, maybe into like the winter or something, because I'm gonna try to cut weight. So probably I just have to wait.
Cool. Where you at right now?
I'm 340.
Did they talk to you where they like you to be, or?
No, not specifically, but just it's just been working. If I get into shape, that's just basically the most important part. But I'd probably like to get down to like maybe a 330, 320, or something like that.
How is your endurance right now? I mean, you getting through these practices all right?
Yeah, I'm getting through the practice. Okay, and I've been working with Coach Hallstopper like one-on-one and stuff like that, and early morning conditioning and stuff like that. So
how many days of practice you been? You got in here Saturday, and you were able to practice on Saturday?
yeah, practice right when I got here on Saturday. Practice on Sunday. And I'm gonna practice today.
You full go, or is it?
No, I'm still going through the acclimation period, so I just go Elwyn, New Jersey, and then yeah. So I do that for 5 days. So I think I'll be Shells on Wednesday.
Wednesday?
Yeah.
Cool. How you adjusting to the camp life, and working with Coach Grunhard and working with your offensive line and all those guys? I mean, how you settling in?
Yeah, at first it was kind of difficult, but I mean, I'm only going here for 2 days, so
Yeah.
it's like just moving fast, and it's just every day that I'm just trying to get acquainted with being here and getting with the program and stuff and adjusting like that. And Coach Grunhard is a great coach. He coaches me up and stuff like, even though I can't participate in like team drills, like bag drills, or certain drills like that, like he coaches me up really good.
What's who you bunking with right now? Who you running with?
From camp, bunking with Marquel Combs. Yeah.
Combs.
Yeah.
So that's probably an entertaining.
Yeah, he's a character. He's a character.
Yeah, he's one of those leaders of this team. Is he helping you kind of get adjusted?
Yeah,
and
he's kind of explaining things to me like that, and just he's going to help. He was actually my host on my visit, so I kind of know him, and so it's been very good being with him.
Cool, man. Yeah, I know you were kind of being courted by some of the other guys late, and you talked a lot about that. I don't want to get too far back, but how happy are you deciding to come to Kansas?
I'm very happy because I think Kansas is the place for me, so I'm very happy that I'm here now.
All right, man, it's kind of been a wild few months for you. What's this been like? I mean, you know, signed on to come to Kansas and hoping to get in here, and then just finding out over the last, week or so that you weren't going to be eligible. How'd you take the news? How'd you find out about the news, and what was going through your head?
Well, I found out about it by my mom. Well, I think it was my mom and my dad called me and told me, Coach Wise just released a red shirt article saying I was red shirted, but the longer it took, the more possibility it was that I wouldn't play. So I was kind of coming to grips with it on my way up here. I was basically prepared for it. I knew it was a possibility. So although I was frustrated, I wasn't surprised.
You're a guy that has had a lot of accomplishments at Miami. You did a lot of things, had the records. I assume somebody had talked to you about maybe being able to make that jump to the NFL and go pro, but you decided to stay around in college and transfer to Kansas. Why?
I always wanted to graduate first. I'll be the first one in my family to graduate. So, other than my dad, I'll be the first one in my family to graduate. So that's always been a big goal of mine, to graduate from college first. And I always told myself that I would graduate before I decided to go to the NFL, or at least try and go to the NFL. And also, my last season, I tore my meniscus, missed 3 games, and I wanted to play a full season. Hopefully be able to play a full season my senior year before I went. More liking my chances. So.
When you heard you weren't going to be eligible to get in here and you weren't going to redshirt, did you have any second thoughts or question out of any of it?
No, I didn't question it at all. I knew Kansas is where I wanted to be. A lot of people become disinterested in you when something like what happened, and for Kansas to reach out to me. That showed that Coach Wise is somebody that you want to be around, for him to take a chance on you, and that the opportunity, it was just nice for him to reach out for me, and I want to repay him with the things that I could bring to the table here.
Is it frustrating? No, I mean, how do you approach that when you know you're going to be sitting on the sideline? I know you guys like Justin McKay, he had to do the same thing last year. Jake Heap, can you talk to any of those guys about just mentally how you approach that?
I haven't talked to him yet about it, but I'm sure I would. I know as game day approaches, it'll start, soaking in more, and but it's a little frustrating. But like I said, it was a chance that it would happen, so I wasn't surprised. This happens to people every year, and it'll be different if I was the only one that it's ever happened to. But knowing that it happens every year, it's a part of football. It's kind of easier to cope with, but I'm trying to look at the positive side of things right now. So
Definitely. You talk to it's kind of interesting dynamic. Justin McKay's a younger guy, but he's been here. You're an older guy that's got more experience, but brand new to the system. You guys talk a lot and kind of. I assume you probably pick your brain a little bit about different things, but you can probably do the same with him, right?
Yeah, his locker's right next to mine actually, so we're pretty close off the field. But as for football, he gives me not so much tips and pointers, but helps me out with the plays. Whereas I try to help, the guys with, tips and pointers on how to run a route or something like that. So they know the stuff, but I'm just the guy with the experience.
And I know you got some time to sit and think about things, and there's a lot of work ahead of you. You still excited to be here, though?
I am excited to be here. These guys have been really welcoming, and it took me in with open arms. So I'm glad to be here. It's been fun. It's been fun since I've been here. So we'll see how it goes.
All right, man. Coming from JUCO, what's it like being in all this, man? I know it's Kansas, but man, it's got to be quite a jump for you, man.
Yeah, I'm just excited to finally be here. I've just been talking to the coaches, and I know they're excited too. It's just a great feeling to finally be here. So.
The defensive backs, it seems when I talk to you guys, it's just very ambiguous. Whether you guys play safety, corner, nickel, and some of the guys are working with the linebackers, some of the guys are working with the safeties and corners.
Yes, sir.
Where are you at exactly, and what do you do on a day out in practice? Where they slot?
I'm just specifically playing the strong safety this year. I know they had me up in a bunch of calls, so I'm just sticking with the safety this year. Safety position.
All right, what's that mean for you as far as the nickel? I mean, how do you fit? How's the safety fit into the nickel, and what's your assignments on it?
Well, honestly, I'm not playing it. We have Cassius Sanders just playing that certain position. We rotate kind of depending on the play call, but I'm just specifically the safety position. So.
Cool, man. What do you bring to Kansas? I know you're still getting adjusted and kind of feeling things out, but when you walk onto campus, one thing you do well.
I think it's just my leadership. I know a lot of people look up to me, and a lot of people think I'm a great leader. So I think just showing that I have good leadership skills and trying to help other people just follow along is good too. So.
How much do you work with Coach Campa?
I work with him every day, as a matter of fact. So.
What's that like? I'll listen to him talk for as long as he'll talk. I assume that guy that plays, it's got to be you got to love to pick his brain.
Yeah, he's a great coach. I know he's had his resume is just ridiculous. He's been in a bunch of Super Bowls. I know he's been coaching for like 43 years. So, it's just been great working with him and just learning from him.
What does he tell you about your skills and what you can bring to the table?
He says a lot. He said I have great range and I have very good ball hawking skills. And he said if I just keep it up, it'll help this team out a whole bunch, and I'll be a big impact on this team. So.
I know it's all still new. You're still early in camp, and I know most of these guys just got here too, like yourself. But what have you seen from the secondary so far, and how good do you think they can be?
I think we can be real good this year. We're all bonded together and we're all learning. And I think we can be a big group this year, a big impact on the team. So.
How excited are you to be on campus now and actually getting out of practice? I know camp can be a grind, but how excited? How much fun are you having right now?
Honestly, I'm just so happy to be here finally. I was supposed to be here earlier, but I'm just finally happy to be here. So.
All right, man. First and foremost, how's it like being on a Division I program and being on camp? And I know camp's kind of a grind, but it's got to be fun, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a pretty fun process. I'm still learning as the days go by, though. But, this is what I expected to be a fast tempo. Coming from JUCO, it's kind of like a slow tempo, but I kind of adjusted to the tempo now as the days go on. So I feel like it's good.
You're one of the new guys, but we found you on the depth chart right away. You know, I think you were sitting at number 2 the last time I looked. How you feeling about where you're at right now, and how comfortable are you with the offense and in practice?
I'm very comfortable with the offense. I feel like I'm still learning as the days go by. I mean, whatever coach do with the depth chart, that's what he do. But I'm just gonna go out there and compete every day.
Who are you leaning on right now as far as the wide receivers, guys that you can kind of learn from, guys that maybe even been here or maybe been somewhere else but come with a lot of experience like Nick Hartwell? I mean, who are you leaning on right now?
Right now I'm leaning on Christian Matthews, who plays the Z. I mean, I feel like he's at the top of the depth chart right now at the Z position, and he's been here a lot longer than I have. So I feel like I'm learning as the days go by, and I feel like he's teaching. So
What's one thing you know you come? I mean, obviously, all you guys are learning every day and trying to pick up new stuff and aren't where you want to be yet. But when you come to Kansas and just your raw talent alone, what do you know you bring to the table?
I feel like I can be a deep threat and just make plays on the ball when the ball in the air and when the ball is in my hand also. But as the days go on, I'm still learning, as I said earlier. But I'm just gonna go out there and compete.
You know, last year, I don't know if you heard the stat yet, but last year not a single wide receiver caught a touchdown. Not a single, not a single touchdown. When you're out there, and obviously there's a lot of new faces out there even from last year, but when you're out there with that group, does that surprise you that this group was that unsuccessful last year?
Not really. I mean, it's a new receiver corps from last year. I mean, none of us played a down last year, so I feel like we all just new faces, and we also got a new quarterback, so we're just going to go out there and just do what we do best and make plays and try to turn the program around.
What's your chemistry like with Jake right now?
Right now, me and Jake, I mean, when I first got here, me and Jake, we went out on the main field, threw a couple routes, passes, and we was just getting our timing down. He was seeing what I can do, and I was just seeing what he could do.
Cool, man. How much fun are you having right now? I mean, I know it's camp, but you having a good time?
I'm having a very good time. I mean, camp is a hard grind, but I expected that. But I'm out there having fun, learning, and just trying to be the best.
It's been very humbling, a great experience. Just happy to be here finally. Had a little more work to do to get here. I'm just ready to play. Just ready to put pads on. I'm just ready to keep staying, just working hard, learning new defense concept, doing everything I got to do right. Just let everything else talk for itself.
You got it. Definitely got a lot of confidence. But you know, what was you kind of mentioned it was kind of a little bit of humbling. You know, what has been the most humbling thing about getting here? I mean, one of those things that you didn't expect to be as hard as it was.
Playing for an NFL coach is one. Playing for two NFL coaches is another thing. So you always got the eye on you, like they running this program as this NFL team. So that was one of the eye-opening things for me. And then, like, before I left, my mom and my grandma always told me, like, you're going to want to, I understand that things ain't going to go your way, but you just got to be patient and let things happen. So once I got here, a lot of things I thought that would have went like how I supposed it went, it didn't happen. As far as, like, me coming in, like, coming straight up, like, running, like, 4.98 or something crazy like that. Then, like, I talked to Coach Hosop, working out with Coach Hosop was one, too. Thought I was coming here. I thought I was in shape. Came in. It was crazy. The running. And what got me was I had to go back to when me and my grandma and my mom was talking. She was just saying, like, Marquell, just be humble and things gonna come your way. Came on later on, and I just started working hard, and everything started to come my way now. So I just take everything that they saying and just put it to my everyday lifestyle.
You know, a lot of people out there wanted you. A lot of SEC schools, a lot of names with a lot more cachet than what they got here at Kansas. And probably, you know, I'm sure you went and visited all the facilities and whatnot. Are you still happy you came to Kansas now that you're here in the practice facility out on the field?
A lot of people down in Kansas. These facilities are great. What you get here is great. The academic support is by far the best academic support that I done seen. Because I done been to a lot of SEC schools, Pac-12, Big 12. But the academic support here is very well.
What's it like battling this offensive line? Can you tell me a little bit about the guys you're going against in practice?
It's a good challenge. I like going against Aslam. I like going against Aslam. I like going against Zach Fundle. Can't wait till big man Pearson get out there. I love going against him. Mike Spencer, I love Nalu. Oh my goodness, he's amazing. Pat. I too much don't go against Pat. I just go against Nalu and Zach and Smithsburg and Aslam. I think that's right. 2 guards and tackles. Yeah, I just go against those 2 a lot. So.
Just real quick, what's better barbecue? I know you're a Memphis guy. You like
Let me tell
Kansas
you,
City
just
or
like I'm telling you, we're gonna have to have a contest. Y'all just bring some Kansas barbecue, we'll bring some Memphis barbecue up, and I just blindfold and I'll pick which one.